Hello gang, hello friends, hello gang friends, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this video finds you well. Are you well? I hope you're well. If you're new, hello. My name is Jo and I do nail stuff. She does stuff with nail stuff, and the stuff she does with nails is done with nail stuff and stuff for nails. It's the first of the month, which means we have a new Madam Glam collection. I'm going to show you them all, and we're going to swatch them, and then we're going to do something with them. This is the Take Me to the Bay collection. Destination, San Francisco. Headed for the Frisco Bay. I won't. Don't worry. I won't force you to listen to me sing. So, the first one we have is Playa. What a play... No, can't do that, Joseph. Definitely can't pull that off. Maybe that means playa as in beach in Spanish. Who knows? Then we have Aquaholic. And these colours, you'll see when I swatch them. Oh, look at this one, Surf and Skate. This colour just makes me want sunshine, cocktails, the smell of sun cream. I love it. It's summery, it's bright, it's crisp, it's fresh. It makes me feel like I've just had a shower. You know, shaved all over, exfoliated, moisturized. That's what that color does. And now we're several colors from that, and I haven't been talking about them, but you can see you were there. And then this one is the last one from that collection called Sandcastle. There are more. They've released like a nude part, like the second part, or the second sort of like a sub, what's the freaking word I'm looking for? An extra small, not extra small, an extra, comma, small release from May, which was some nudes. So we'll get to those as well. So I'm going to swatch these. They're quite, well, they're sheer-ish. They're sheer, but they're not sheer, but they are. But they're definitely not sheer, but they are sheer. You know? I don't know how to describe them, because one coat they're sheer, but then two coats they're not sheer, but they're not fully opaque, but they're not fully sheer. You could do two coats and they'd be fine. If you wanted it even more opaque, do three coats. But I only did two coats for things on here, and they don't look sheer, but they kind of do. Oh my goodness. My sincerest apologies for what just happened. They're not full opacity, but you can easily get full opacity, and two coats isn't sheer, but it's not fully opaque. It's like a kind of jelly, but a thick jelly. You know when you make jelly with a powder, what is going on? This is what happens when I don't prepare for a voiceover. You know when you make jelly with a powder, imagine putting 2 powders worth of jellies, not the cubes that you break up. Jelly being, what other places call it? Jello? I don't know. Jelly on a plate, wibble, wobble, wibble, wobble, jelly on a plate. Imagine putting more jelly than water in, you know? So it's not, anyway, they're not completely sheer and they're not completely opaque. I'm going to move on. Let's move on. So I've sped up the second coat of the swatches so you can see what I'm saying. You know, they just look really light and whatever. You can see. I'm going to shut the fuck up with that topic. So once I swatched these, I will show you the next collection. Don't forget, ladies and gents, that you can use code MissJo30 for a whopping 30% off your Madam Glam orders. Sandcastles, that is a full opacity one. That's not sheer at all. Oh, look at them. They're so scrumdiddly. Do you see what I mean though? They're not sheer, but they are. But no. You know? So that's those. That's the Take Me to the Bay collection, which is out today. And this is the sort of 2nd May release that they sent me, which are some nudes. And these are, I've already used 2 of them on clients. These are perfect for Frenches because they are sheer. I think they're the same with as the ones we just swatched opacity wise, like you can get full opacity, but they're kind of almost a jelly polish. You know, when you say jelly polish, it's kind of a sheer polish. So these could all be used as a French. I know people like to have different like pink areas for French depending on their skin tone. I probably wouldn't use Simplicity on someone, it's quite yellow, but it might suit certain skin tones. So I'm super happy to have these because before these arrived, I only really had one, what I would call a French pink, but now I have a bunch more choices. And polishes like this are also good for, like the pink ones are good if you're doing blush on a character. Or do you remember the bunny we did at Easter, doing blush with a sheer pink? Or the darker ones like that one that was called Friendly. Was that, have I swatched that one? I think that would be good for shading on things. Oh, this one, because it's sort of got a more browny, butterscotchy undertone. So clear ones don't necessarily have to be just for Frenches, but I say clear, sheerish. I'm doing air quotes. I make so many gestures when I'm doing voiceovers, forgetting that you can't see. But yes, these are great for Frenches and anything else you want to use sheerish ones for. But again, if you want to do 3 coats, then you're going to get an opaque colour. So once we've finished swatching these, this is the second coat, which I've sped up. I'm going to make something, a set with the ones from the first collection, the on the bay, take me to the bay collection. And I was thinking that I wanted to do something mermaidy with the pinky and the purpley and the bluey. But then at the same time, has it been a while since we did some stars? Or were there stars in the last video? No, there weren't. That was a Jubilee set. And there weren't stars in the one before. So we're overdue some stars. So we're going to do a Cosmic Mermaid. This is those swatched. Look how pretty they are. Really nice. Shaka Khan. I think is my favourite one out of those. And that is both the collections together. I don't know why I'm using my skin as a background. There you go. So, yes. Cosmic Mermaid. I just want to do something mermaidy. Well, some shells and some scales, but I also want to do stars and clouds because I can't go that long without doing stars and clouds. I don't know what I was thinking I was going to be talking about whilst I was gesturing there, but let's get cracking, shall we? This colour is Purple Haze, and that one is Oceana. I'm going to ombre them, and they ombrade like a dream because they have got that sort of sheerish quality to them. They just, few strokes, that was it. First coat, donezo. And then the second coat was just as quick and easy. So if you are kind of, I know ombres can be a touchy subject because they take a while for you to sort of learn or master or enjoy or just not be scared of doing. Try with some of these colours because they ombrade so well. So I'm adding a bit more of the purple at the top where I'd lost a bit from my brush strokes. So I will do 2, I'm going to do 2 like that. And then this one will be purple into the pinky one, which is called Playa, however you care to say it. And then I'll do 2 coats on this as well. I'm not sure if I show it, but again, they ombre nicely. It's always good when doing an ombre. This is the Madam Glam ombre brush. The what was I saying? If you want to do an ombre, it's always good to use colours that blend well together. You know, trying to ombre a black and a red, well then that's not too bad. You know, colours that are next to each other in the rainbow ombre easily together. This one I'm going to do the purple, then the pink, then the blue. I should have done, well, I thought about doing purple, blue, pink, or blue, purple, pink, because that would make more sense. But I think the blue and the purple would look too... You okay, Dexter dog? Oh, he's gone under the dining table, in between all the chairs. It's cool. I figured the blue and the purple was sort of too close, that the pink would look like there was only a small bit of pink and then one big bit of the same colour. So I chucked the pink in the middle. And then I'm going to do one full nail with Oceana. Is it called Oceana? I think so. If it's not, I'll correct myself on screen. So that's what we've got so far. The purple to blue, the purple to pink. I did another purple to blue, the 3 and the 1 plain. And now we're going to do the easiest clouds ever. This brush is called the Loop brush, or just Loop. It's from Crystal Nails. I never ever used to use it, and then one day I used it for something, and now I love it. I use it for so many things. So I'm just patting, just patty pat, pat pat. So with where the brush is patting, it's creating this kind of fluffy look where it's depositing a bit more here and a bit less there, or lifting up a bit from there, or wherever. But remember, there is no correct perfect cloud, so just pat away and have fun. I can smell the hater comments at me talking a lot and quickly. I can smell them from here. I can smell you. I think I do show maybe doing the clouds on the other one as well, but just pat up a bit, down a bit, not a lot, just up a little bit, down a little bit, and left and right. And if it goes too high up, we'll then make the cloud bigger, or if it goes too far down, make it lower. And then there's no skill required to patty clouds. So I cured the clouds, and then I've mixed some glitter with some base coat and just gone around the clouds, and then cured that. And now I'm topping with Madam Glam's No Wipe top coat, and then I'm going to buff, because I'm going to paint some stars on. And I could have done the stars, I suppose, and then put the glitter around the stars and the clouds. Yeah, why didn't I do that? I didn't think so. I didn't think to do it. But, oh no, I knew I was going to buff it anyway because it's got glitter on. So I suppose it wouldn't matter what the order was, because I wanted to buff a topped glitter so that when I top again, it's completely smooth. Does that make sense? Yes. So I'm using gel paint for these stars, just a dot, and then pull up, pull down, and then pull left and right. But I've started not going out as far on the left and right as the up and the down, and that I think makes it better than what I used to do. Added some dots, of course. It wouldn't be a Miss Jo's video without some dots. And then topping again. So the reason I wanted to buff it, because of the glitter, if you just do a top coat over a glitter, you will feel some pokey uppy bits or some little bumps. So I wanted to buff that, top it and then buff it. And then we can top again, and it's nice and smooth and shiny, and I'm getting a kind of dreamlike vibe from that. This next one is going to be our Mermaid scales one, but I wanted to make sure it was sparkly as well. Oh, I know why I topped and buffed the glitter before doing the stars, because I wanted to do stars anywhere, not be limited by where there's a gap in the glitter, because it doesn't matter if there's a bit of glitter poking out from behind a star. Whew, there we go. There was method to my madness. So I'm just using some of the glitter that's mixed with base coat. I could have used Madam Glam in their macaron collection, had funfetti that was clear with bits of glitter in. Could have used that. So I cured this glitter mixed with base coat, and then topped it, and now we're going to buff it so it's nice and smooth, because we're going to paint mermaid scales on. I'm using gel paint again. Ideally I would have stamped this on, but the only scale stamping plate I've got is just it's got other things on it, but there's just one scale bit, and it's really small, but they're also really thick, the lines, and I didn't want them thick. So excuse me, next door neighbours doing some kind of building work, do you mind? Apparently not. Apologies. So I wanted them to be thin, so I'm going to hand paint them. If anybody knows of a stamping plate with thin, like a big section of thin scales like this, mermaid scales like this, let me know and let everybody know in the comments, because this, I mean, it didn't take that long, but it's not going to be perfect, because it might be perfect if you do it perfectly, but I clearly did not. But they will do. They will suffice. So I'm then cured that, and now we're topping it. And because it's been buffed before we shut the up, before we painted our scales, then it's now nice and smooth. Not like my voice. I'm a bit croaky. I'm not sure why. So that's that one. And then this one, I did a few things on this and didn't like any of them. So we ended up doing a really simple kind of, are we going to call it a marble? Can we get away with calling it a marble? I don't know. It's just a bit of a mess, bit of a swirly, marbly mess, but a pretty mess. So I've taken some of the purple, which was the purple haze, and the playa, which is the pinky corally one. It's not corally, pinky peachy one. And I should have maybe cured before adding the glitter now, but I didn't. So I'm just going to add some of that glitter and base coat mix and just go for a kind of, I don't know, a swirly mishmash. Maybe it does suit the mermaidy thing because it's kind of ripply like water, is it? I don't know, I'm just trying to make it appear better than it might be. But then we will cure that. I think I add a bit more of the pink, yes, and I'm just using the loop brush for this, so I've put some of the colours on my palette and then just picking it up with that brush and just running it over the nail and kind of smushing it about. Oh goodness me with the noise. And I cured that, and now I'm topping it, and then we will give it a buff because the glitter might be a bit uneven or pokey uppy, and then let's just add some more stars. Why not? Why the devil not? I know that I suppose it kind of seems a bit silly to call it a cosmic mermaid because there's only really one mermaid aspect. Oh no, we do put some shells and pearly shit on another nail, and this is kind of swirly, like maybe I'm going to say this is water. This is mermaid water, okay? So some stars and dots. I did add a couple more dots off screen because I have no control. And then topping again. I really liked the matte, but I just couldn't bring myself to leave them matte. I think they were going to look even nicer shiny, but I did really like the matte. These pale light colours looked lovely. So that is that a one. Is it a marble? Don't know. Is it a I don't know. It's just a swirly majig. And then this one, I'm going to, the plan for this glitter is to bring it from that top right corner and then kind of have it sort of splashing out. So not covering the whole thing evenly, just kind of bursting out and fading off. And then in that corner, we're going to add some stuffs. So I cured this. I should have then topped and buffed, but I completely forgot. So I'm taking some, this is the Macart, it's called Rhinestone Glue. Oh my goodness. I hope, if you can't hear the noise that I can hear, I'm going to seem like a crazy person, but there is noise. Some kind of drill of sorts. I mean, the Macart Rhinestone Glue it's called, but it's a gel. So I've popped some of that on and some little silver shells, which came in a little pot of things that one of you sent me, and I know some of you have sent me things, and I will do a video with them soon, like a little sort of nail mail opening, you know, Miss Jo's Mail Co. at some point. I promise, but I do appreciate the gifts. So those two shells came from there, and then these pearls are just from a cheapo wheel off eBay or Amazon or somewhere like that, and they're all the same size, but there's a whole bunch of them. So I added some of those in a no pattern. We're not faffing around with crystal placement today. And then I topped. See, I should have, because now I can't buff. I mean, I could try and buff around these, but I didn't. So I just went a bit extra thick with the top coat to cover up any bumps of the glitter. And I did paint over the shells and the pearls Crystals, you never want to paint over because you'll soften the facets and that's what makes it sparkle. But these I just went over thinly, and I think I probably would on a client too because it will stop them being discoloured. Oh, that's the second. Oh, I don't show the clouds again. But with the clouds, just pat and have fun. You'll be surprised how quickly and easily little pats of polish can look like clouds in the right context. I think these colours and the stars obviously kind of imply that they are clouds. So that's the same as the first one. And this is all of them. I've talked very quickly, haven't I? And a lot. I'm kind of sorry, kind of not. I was talking about what's going on. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I hope you like them. Don't forget, this set is available now, this collection from today, and you can use code MissJo30 for a whopping 30% off at Madam Glam. It's bananas. I appreciate you being here so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.